Hi there, it's Rick on Tesla, and this is the penultimate update in my Tesla Lease to Invest test, which is almost at the 3-year period now, going into the final quarter after this. First things first, this is going to be a quick one-take wonder, so I'm rushed for time today. I've also got a puppy behind me, so if you hear any squeaking noises or things like that, we just got to go with it. It's him just having fun. All right, so how's it gone? Pretty awful in this last quarter, and you can see here the graph. We were at 242 last time, and it started looking like it was recovering, and then down we went. And yeah, it's just been sort of hovering around the 200 mark really for a little while, and doesn't seem to have much in the way of stimulation. A couple of bad news stories this last week, so it's gone down a bit, but looks like it's slowly starting to recover. But overall, this means that I am down on my investment, which is not good. It would have been better to have just left my money under the mattress at this point. But obviously, we've seen over the past 3 years that it has gone up to over 400. And yeah, obviously, wish I'd have sold back in December 21 when it really went really high. But this is a 3-year experiment. So yes, before we get into the spreadsheet, I just wanted to have a look at, well, what would have happened if I'd have invested in the S&P 500 instead. And I think I've done it on this tab here. So if I would have invested that money instead of into Tesla shares, but putting it into the S&P index fund instead, and we can see would be a lot healthier at the moment. So up to 63,585. So slow and steady sometimes does beat super fast. Obviously, with the previous Tesla stock price, I had a portfolio. Well, it went up to over $100,000, well over $100,000 when it was up at 400 odd. So yeah, it was 120,000 plus. But anyway, we are where we are, and it's been an interesting experiment. Still got 3 months left, but one thing that struck me the other days that I wonder what would the used market look like, and what would it be like if I was looking for a Tesla Model 3 now. What would the same year and roughly mileage cost if I was to buy one now? So I can compare what I would have been better to do, purchase versus lease. And you can see here they're going for about 20,000, 21,000, depending on the spec and mileage and things like that. So I've actually updated the spreadsheet over here that's got the journey on it. So we can see we've gone from 242, taking a big hit, 26% this quarter, and down overall now 11. So again, hoping for a recovery here. It looks like we are due some recovery, but you never know with Tesla, and we'll see where we end up on the 8th of June. So plug the numbers in here. Doesn't look good, but just interestingly, if I had a purchase at full price, which 52 grand 3 years ago, at the moment now that would be worth, well, let's say it's worth 21,000. So sorry, it would be worth 21,000. So I would have lost almost 31,000 in terms of that sunk ownership cost. Whereas my lease was 20,000, and assuming that it gets back to 200 at least or something like that, and I sell around that time, which I may or may not do, then I've obviously spent 20,000 on a lease and basically give the car back, so I end up at zero. But if I could buy one for 20,000 or 21,000, then you can see overall that it's going to cost me 41,000, not 51,000. So I do feel like I will have saved myself 10,000 during that period. Now, if I'd have done the S&P 500, that would have been even better, but obviously that would be less exciting, less interesting for all parties. So there we go. Let's see where we end up next time. But yeah, that's the quick penultimate update for the 8th of March 2024, and I'll see you for the final one on the 8th of June. If you've enjoyed this journey, please give this a like and a comment to let me know that someone still out there still cares and is interested in following along. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers for now. Bye.